Hey everyone, welcome. Please keep having your conversations. Keep having your conversations. We have about an hour. I'll monitor the chat as I'm typing, and I just realized that I want to switch my chat to that window. I'll monitor the chat as I'm playing and talking. So nice of you to join. Thank you. Like is being said in the chat, we have people from all over the world. You're such a supportive community, so thank you. I was telling my wife about the November challenge, like the idea of everyone participating, and she said she's never seen such a community of supportive people. So really, thank you. We're multicultural, multi-nation folks. Anyways, from what I've seen, everyone here is really nice, so thank you. And thank you for coming on Sunday to spend an hour together, or however long you can. I'll try and be respectful and mindful of our time together. I have a few questions and a few ideas. We'll do a mix of requests and technical things. We'll dive a little bit deeply, but for a bit more information, majority of things that I talk about are on accordionlove.com, which is a site where I teach music. Good. So, good. I'm not getting things that say I can't hear you or can't see you, so that's good. Yeah. I hope everyone is safe. I'm seeing the lockdown around the world, and obviously there's political unrest around the world too, so I hope everyone is safe. I don't like looking at the silver lining necessarily, but like people are saying, it's a good excuse to sit down and bring music and light into the world with your instrument and actually sit down and play. So great. So let's hello everyone. It's so nice to see familiar faces. I wanted to do, let me start with, I was just noodling around in C minor, and the Old Boy Waltz came, the waltz from the movie Old Boy. Let me play that. I usually play it in D minor, but C minor is a key that I start with, right? The C is indented, and my fingers go to it naturally. So let's play it. Thank you. I didn't know that song went to the C sharp major. I was just, again, noodling around with it, and sometimes we exchange emails, right? And something that I get every time, it's, oh, I turned on the camera and the performance changed. Like, I'm usually a little bit better than this, but as soon as I try to send a recording, something changed. I experienced the same thing too. When I'm just sitting here without the camera, which I'm going to try and do now, you know, just things happen. But then as soon as I'm recording, as soon as I realize that I'm playing for the camera, it's the nature of the performance changes, right? It's almost like, who was it? The scientist, the act of observing shooting electrons or whatever it was. Sorry, my mom's a chemistry teacher, so she's saying, oh, that's Bo Rutherford or whoever it was. I think the act of observing a musician changes the nature of the music. The act of being observed, even if by a camera, changes the nature of the performance. So yeah, it happens to me too. Let's see if someone knows who the scientist's name is. I don't know of a good two-step song. I'm sorry, I actually don't know how to dance the two-step. Yeah, and yeah, this is the theme from the movie Old Boy. I call it on the side the Old Boy Waltz. I played it in D minor. This is the first time that I've played it in Heisenberg's Principle. It wasn't Bohr, Rutherford, or whoever it was. Thank you, Larry. Good. Good. So that was the Old Boy Waltz. David was asking about the November challenge. Yeah. So I on the email from Friday, I sent out. I've been trying to record a video now 3-4 times announcing the Accordion Love Monthly Challenge. What it is we have such an amazing community of students. You're all supportive of each other. And something that I wanted to do was, how do we encourage group learning for self-improvement? And so I came up with the idea of, I didn't come up with the idea, I saw it in another forum and it was really well done, and I thought, let's do it for our little community. So on the Accordion Love forums, I've started a set of forums where Accordion Love members can post and everyone else can just see. So we've started a monthly challenge. The challenge is a musical exercise. It's not easy, it's not hard, there's no right or wrong answer, and it's trying to get you to think about a musical idea in an interesting way. An Accordion Love member, if you're a member of the site, you can post your answer, you can submit a video or audio file of yourself doing the challenge to the forum. The idea is for you to think about it, right? If there are math problems in a book, this is like the extra challenge. How do we apply that mathematical principle? So how do we apply a musical principle, usually based on a lesson, to a creative problem? So your job is to post a submission to the monthly challenge, and again, other people can see. Other people can give feedback or encouragement. The idea here is for you to see how you self-improve. The idea is to improve how you play through doing these challenges. I'll review the November challenges too. And my incentive for you to participate is, if you are an Accordion Love member, if you're an Accordion Love member and you post 6 challenges over the course of a year, I'll send you an Accordion Love t-shirt, which my friend is designing. And if you're extra keen and you submit 12 challenges over the course of a year, so 12 for 12, I'll send you a special prize. I'm not sure what it is yet. I need to speak to Martin to see what a good accordion prize is. Yeah, so that's the monthly challenge. Again, if you're an Accordion Love member, you can post and win, right? There's no winner, but just the incentive is the t-shirt. But again, other people among our community can learn from seeing everyone else do this creative challenge. Yeah, the reason I'm having trouble doing the video is it's hard for me to say that concisely and precisely. Good. The November challenge is, again, I sent it out on Friday. Let me share my screen. Sorry, my audio is not configured for the screen share, so I'll be quiet, but I'll show you where the challenge is. Sorry, I didn't add my camera to the screen share, but using semitones in melodies is what the challenge is. I'll give you the example. I'll just do this for 2 minutes, just because I think those of you who got the email would have seen this. So the challenge is to come up with a 10 to 15 second improvisation over 2 chords, C major to G major. And to come up with a 10 to 15 second improvisation using all the whole keys, but also using semitones, which I introduced in the lesson. So I'll give you two examples. I'll give you a little improvisation using whole notes, just these white keys, and then I'll show you the same improvisation or similar one using semitones. So just an improv of C major over G major sounds like this. That's an improvisation. Very cool. All safe notes. Just come up with a melody using white keys. The challenge, and this is based on the lessons of semitones, is a semitone is the half note down. I won't reveal too much, but here's my submission to the November challenge. So again, C major to G major, and listen for the nuance. Right, so those little, instead of, we're sliding up into the note. So it adds a bit of interest in the November challenge. I wish I could set up the camera without causing too much of a disturbance. In the forum, which is Accordion Love, let me, again. Sorry, it's hard to communicate without audio. If you go on accordionlove.com, there's a forums button or a forum button up at the top, and that's how you can access the forum. I suggest you go there after the live stream. That's the November challenge. Good. People say you must have the t-shirt. I'm trying to... Sorry, I said I'd be respectful of your time. I'm happy. I'll give you a 30-second summary. I'm trying to find what the best way of... I have a few printers. I want a good quality shirt that will be printable fairly on demand and that will ship to around the world. I'm assuming we have... Not assuming. I know we have people from nearly every continent. And so when Ivo from the Netherlands wants his t-shirt, he submitted 6. I want to send Ivo a link so that he could choose his size and he can enter his mailing address. And it will be sent right to Ivo, and I'll cover the cost. So Ivo can choose, a medium in men's or whatever it is. So that's the system that I'm trying to implement. Whether these t-shirts can be bought separately from the challenge, I'm not sure yet, but I'm assuming maybe, right? If I could give Ivo a promo code that says Evo Challenge 2020, and that will give him a free t-shirt, and I'll cover the cost, and someone else can purchase the t-shirt without that promo code, maybe that will be a cool online store. Right now, my initial requirement is to just be able to send out t-shirts in the most easy way possible. Good. Yeah, and it would be cool to have a challenge-specific t-shirt for sure. Just this t-shirt supplier has a little tag feature where you can write in the tag, Accordion Love November 2020 Master Champion, whatever it is. Good. That's the November challenge. That's a bit about the forum. Let's go on to some music. Hello. So those are semitones, right? Just trying to use those little, instead of just doing a flat, I could do. Yeah, Connie, let's do that. So someone was saying hello from Italy earlier, and Connie just says, I'm having a blast learning funiculi funicula. Can you please play it? Let's do it. And I have a note here called Bella Ciao. So let's discuss a little bit about how to build a medley. I think this should be a lesson on Accordion Love. It hasn't been recorded yet, but I think it's a great idea. How do we build a medley? So I'm going to write down a few Italian songs. Funiculi funicula, Bella Ciao. That's funiculi funicula. Let's do a tarantella napolitana. We'll do just a tarantella. So we have bella ciao, funiculi, funicula, tarantella, and churi churi. We'll change the tempo. Churi churi. So I need to be able to see these songs because halfway through Bella Ciao, I'll be thinking about other things, and knowing that I need to connect it to Funiculi Funicula will help me. First thing that's going through my mind is let's choose a key that's kind of common among these songs. So I think Funiculi Funicula is in G major, right? If I'm to play Bella Ciao, if I ever wind up in a G7, it wants to resolve to a C minor. Right? G7 to a C minor, the 5 to the 1. So maybe my C minor is what I'm going to play Bella Ciao in. Right? So I'm going to finish Funiculi, Funicula. We'll figure that out. It might not be in G major, it might be in C major, in which case I'll have to go to the F minor. Just tarantella. You know what? I think it's probably a lesson that I have to think a little bit more about. Let's do an Italian medley. We'll start. And yes, William Napier, let me show you. We'll look at the voicing exercise after this Italian medley. And me, I would say you just need a 72 bass. So we tried to do a medley there. People were writing Nino Rota, so that was the theme from Nights of Kaiberia. Oh, what a beautiful film. And then, anyways, we started with Bella Ciao in C minor, and then we just had to change to a major, right? Bella Ciao was... G7 is right next to it, and so we did. And thank you for all the nice comments. Someone who had the Italian exchange student singing and dancing. That's amazing. Thank you. I see my other families here, so thank you, Segal family. We did Funiculi Funicula. I had a hard time with Churi Churi. The issue, not my issue. I have a playlist on Spotify where I listen to different versions of Churi Churi, which I've never played. So I'm hearing something in my head, do 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 do, right? So that's one thing, and then the huge jump from the G to the A flat. I was missing that during the performance. So what would I do if I'm having trouble with it? Practice the melody. And then practice this huge jump to the A flat. Over and over and over again. Good. I see lots of good conversations. I saw a request for Harvest Moon. For Harvest Moon, I'm going to take a sip of coffee. Thank you for the medley. Thank you. I saw the conversation about the 72 bass. Give me 2 minutes. I'm just going to set up the camera and audio when I screen share, trying not to break the chat. 1 second. One second, let's make this smaller. Am I gonna break things? I think this worked. Right? You can hear me? Good. This was the November challenge. Using semitones to add flavor to your melodies. At the end of the video, I described the November challenge. On the forum, so if you go into the Accordion Love forum, we have lots of cool sections. Thank you so much for just participating. The Accordion Love member challenge submissions, you could start a new topic and upload your video of your challenge submissions. Do that 6 times in 12 months while being a member, and I'll send you that special t-shirt. Good. Good, it did. It fixed it. Great. Good, we'll do Harvest Moon. Someone was asking, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. Someone was asking about the 72 versus 120. There's a section called Before You Begin Playing. If you go to accordionlove.com and click on lessons, you don't need to be a member to look at this at the section. Under the Getting an Accordion section, I have a lesson called What Size Accordion Should I Get? And I discussed the differences between it's so weird to see myself. Between the 72, the 48, the 120, and what the limitations could be. So again, that's under Accordion Love. Before you get an accordion, getting an accordion. And just a few lessons about, should you get a teacher? What size accordion should I get? Should you get a button versus a piano? These are my, just some suggestions. It's always, I guess, my suggestions. I don't have a Discord. Yeah, Funiculi Funicula has some tough bass changes, right? The E major to A minor to E major to A minor. Someone was asking if I have a lesson on chord voicings. Yes, while I'm here on Accordion Love, there is a section. So the search is better. We have a few sections, one called Advanced Chord Voicings in Practice. Let me show you the actual section where I recommend that you look for voicings. So under Accordion Lessons, under Beyond the Basics, I forget who asked this, but yes, it was William Napier. We're looking at advanced right hand techniques. Yeah, again, advanced chord voicings in practice. it says what the prerequisites are, that the prerequisites should be the right hand basics. I want you to know how to build chords, major and minor chords, and arpeggios and triads, right? Those are parts of the, sorry, I'm jumping around a bit. Page not found. Oh, you know what? We'll stay here. All of the lessons about voicings have been grouped together. And in each one of these videos, I discuss voicings. Again, the prerequisites, I'm not sure why this chord is broken, but I could fix it. Under accordion lessons, level 1, the basics. For right hand technique, we're looking at building majors and minors and triads, arpeggios, and inversions, right? These are the foundations of knowing how to do voicings. This explains what to do, how to build them, which fingers to use, depending if it's an irregular chord or just a straight up chord. That's just answering someone's question before. While we're on the subject, Evo had a really good question. I'm not going to switch back and forth from my screen anymore, but if you're in the forum, it's under the lesson section. Evo had a question. I'm going to read it out loud, saying, do I need to learn the chords, the bass chord, let's call it the first version, or is it important to do these chords in the upper part of the accordion between the G chord you see in the songbook? Got it. Evo, I'm gonna paraphrase your question. It's a fantastic question in the forum, and Tom replied really nicely, and then I also did a reply. So Evo's question, again, I'm paraphrasing, is does it matter which chord voicing I choose when I'm accompanying another musician? Paraphrasing. This was a lesson about how to accompany other musicians using padding and rhythm. And the idea is you could do a C chord like this, you could do a C chord like this, or like that. Any one of the triads, right? So if I'm playing along to the song I'll Fly Away, da 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 da, does it matter if I'm padding or rhythming, accompanying someone with a first form, with a C, E, G? One bad morning when this life is over. Or can I accompany them with this one? One bad morning when this life is over. Or this one. One bad morning when this life is over. And I'm assuming just like now you're listening to it, I don't mind. I think either one works. You could use all 3 fingers, you could even just use 2 fingers. One bad morning when this life is over. One bad morning, one bad morning. It's okay, it's up to you on what sounds good when you're accompanying someone. That was both mine and Tom's answer to Evo. Sorry, Evo, it was a great question, which is why I'm using it as an example. The second part that I said was, so the answer is use any version of the chord. You could use the first form, totally cool. Right, one bad morning when this life is over. Why you need to know voicings comes when you need to switch chords. Because I'm in this form of the C, C, E, G. The next chord in the song is F. I could jump up to this F, but it's a huge finger movement for playing music. To move from here to here, it's a lot. It's a lot nicer from C, E, G to keep my C there and to just move the E and the G up to the F, A. So this is a C. There's my F. This is my C. C, when this life is over, I'll fly away. So easy compared to when this life is over, I'll fly away. There's room for mistakes there. It's a big movement, especially when you're playing a tempo, especially if you're accompanying someone, whether you're yourself or someone else. So that's the idea. The other part where voicing comes in, where voicing is important, is if you're accompanying another, if it's important to know, let me move this water because that's the second time it's happened, then water and electronics are bad. The other time when it would be important is if you're playing melody and you're using a voicing as multi-fingered melody. So let's stick with that song, I'll Fly Away. So the song is... The melody is here in the E. The voicing that I choose can't have a note higher than the E. The melody, and I think this is in the advanced chord voicing lesson, the melody has to be, it's hard to say the word has to because there are always going to be exceptions. The melody should be on top. These fingers are free to voice the chord, right? So I could do... There's the rest of my C. So I'm going to use this form of my C or this form. But if I'm using this form of the C, actually the bass one, C, E, G, all your ear will be hearing is the topmost note, the G, which is not the melody. If I play this with a melody in the middle, it's hard to discern what the melody is, to hear a clear melody. Keep the melody on top and use a chord voicing below the melody. A little bit of an advanced lesson, but Ivo, you're playing beautiful songs. Let me know if that cleared things up a little bit. Good. Good. And I see there's conversations about needing accordions. It can get to be an expensive hobby. Good. We did the Old Boy Waltz, Ivo's form answer. Good. Bella Ciao, we did an Italian medley with Churi Churi. Let's play Harvest Moon. I do have a lesson on Harvest Moon and a bunch of these other songs on accordionlove.com. Let's do Harvest Moon. This is originally requested by Guy Smalley. Thank you. Let's play with a smaller bass. beautiful song. Just to answer Jen's question, the piano accordion, yeah, I've never seen one with indented right-hand keys. We're indented on the left hand, on the C, E, and E flat. Always the C, sometimes the E and E flat. Is that true? Yeah. The right hand is easier, I'm assuming, than chromatic to orient, just because we have these divisions of 2 and 3. So wherever I am, I can obviously look down, but I could always kind of go up like that and see where I am. I could be in the F, but then I have 3 here versus the C, and I only have 2, so I know this is my C. Easy to find the C and the F on the piano because of the black indicators. The black keys can be used as indicators. I'm assuming you could take a little engraver, and do your own little engraving on whatever key you want to hone in on. Yeah, I was playing along to the dancer, to Guy and David's dancer. Thank you. Yeah, you're right. It is the A flat, right? This is the A flat down here. E and the A flat. Good. And then I thought the C, E, and A flat. Yes. Does your accordion have a double tone chamber? I don't. Someone was asking me, I think Alan from Toronto was saying, I'm not going to read the whole email. On this harvest moon. Yeah, you don't seem to be an instrument snob in the least, which is very interesting. I'm sure you know you could easily pay $11,000 starting for a good accordion. Try better to avoid. I'm a big gearhead when it comes to like cameras, lenses. The accordion has always been... Sorry, I don't know why. Alan's comment was, you should get some new straps. And I told him, yes, I have thicker straps on my Weltmeister. I have these nice big velvety thick straps, which I encourage my students to get. The issue is that both of my straps are either zap strapped on, these are plastic ties, or my nice thick ones downstairs have a bolt and a screw through them, because I was playing a gig and they ripped, and I went out to the person's garage and got a screw and a bolt. So I'm afraid to take them off, but I should get thicker straps. I'll reach out to Martin. But yeah, otherwise, I'd love to play a Beltuna. I'd love to play some of those digital accordions that I'm seeing you guys post on in the forum. Right now, this is great. This was a garage sale find. I'm super happy with it. Good. They call me Cuban Pete. No, I don't know that song. I know it in my head. I don't know it well enough to play. Let's get to another... I had an analogy, a metaphor, and my metaphors never land on the right thing, but let me walk you through it, just because, do I know Cuban Pete? I know it, but not well enough to play it. And so, usually in the morning, I think about music, and it always relates to math, and here's the analogy that I came up with. What I hope that you get away from this is how I approach learning a song, and the analogy to solving math problems, or the joy in knowing numbers in math. So, music has structure. Every song that I play has usually a verse and a chorus, and maybe a bridge in the middle. But the song can usually be divided into some sort of pattern. There's an A part, and then a B part. And the A part is usually 4 chords, let's say on average. Let's say on average it's probably less, considering Bob Dylan songs and other folk songs. We have about 4 chords, and then the chorus has, again, 4 chords, kind of similar, kind of related to the A part. So what's the idea here? When I'm listening to a song, if I'm to learn Cuban Pete, I'm listening to the song for a day or two before I actually try and play it. I need to know the song, and what I'm doing by listening to it is figuring out what the A and B part is, so that I could sing it back and say, oh, here comes the chorus, and it looks like this. And then I pick up my accordion and I take a piece of paper and I say, oh, it's C, D, G, C, D, G. There's that pattern. And then the chorus is C, D, A minor, C, D, A minor, and then it comes back to part A. So before I delve into the real notes, is it an F sharp to the G? I'm looking at the structure of the song. Here's the analogy. It's a math problem. It's a math problem. How is it a math problem? This made a lot more sense in my head. So with mathematics, we have addition and subtraction and numbers. Before we approach a math problem, if my dad's watching, he knows math really well, and there are engineers on this channel, we step back from the problem. We don't start with the first number and say 9 times 7. Oh, and I have an A, and that's squared. Oh, and there's a division. It's a fraction. No, we step back and we say, oh, we're trying to calculate the area of something or the conductivity of something. What formulas are there? Okay, good. So there's something in brackets and there's a denominator and I'll have to multiply later. Okay, that's cool. Let me see how other people do this problem. Oh, these are the principles that I've learned. So, and on and on and on. I'm not a mathematician, so I'm just spewing stuff out. But in the same way that we wouldn't approach a math problem by just starting to add, we do that. We do that at the start while we're students, yes. But past a certain level, in order to play with math, to play with numbers, to solve problems, which I akin to solving musical problems, playing songs, we don't just start with a note of C and then F sharp and G. We can understand that there are semitones, like in the November challenge, so we could do, and that sounds like music. So we're stepping away from the nitty-gritty little bits and seeing the song for what it is, which is music. Same thing with a math problem. I'm not so concerned about the 6 times 7. I should know that, but at the same time, I need to step back and see that it's a part of a bigger problem. There are different ways of approaching it. If I need to get to 42, yes, I could do the answer is life, the universe, and everything. There are different ways of getting to it. I know how to add, I know how to subtract, etc. I'm going to stop the analogy and metaphor there just because sometimes it lands, sometimes it doesn't, but that's what goes on in my head. Yeah, Connie, if you're a graphic artist and you see the chords and especially the buttons and groups and special distances between shapes, totally. My right hand I see as shapes. These hands, if I could do my triads and arpeggios using fingering, my 1, 2, 5 fits really well onto the E, G, and C. And that fits really well onto this form of F. And onto a G7. And these are just shapes. So mathematics, music and math and shapes and distances, I think, are all built into music. We need to learn the basics. We need to learn what 6 plus 6 is. We need to learn our addition, multiplication, and subtraction. The same way that we need to know how to move our fingers over the keyboard. But as we do that, we step back. And what I try and encourage to do on Accordion Love, let's share the screen again, is to really learn the basics, right? Level 1, the basics really are the foundations of what does the right hand do and what does the left hand do. Understanding the left hand is what kind of sounds can we get from the left hand? What kind of sounds can we get from the right hand? And then understanding which fingers you should be using. Again, how do we build majors and minors? Only once we know these basics can we move on. I say we, but only once I know how to do that can I move on to beyond the basics and start to get to adding interest to my playing through dynamics and volume and bringing creativity. But those foundations always come back to the foundations. Good. I hope that these little things help. It didn't help me so much as a student, but now as a teacher, it helps me teach, and I hope that it helps some students. Good. Good. Yeah, and the circle of fifths, Ford, you said it. Just what a smart relation and genius relation use of mathematical relationships, for sure. And yeah, don't associate accordion with math. I'll hate it. If you can associate it to anything, to reading, to language. We learn the alphabet before we can come up with verbs and adjectives and the sentence structure, and then we can take that and come up with poetry and creativity and music. Good. So that's the impromptu 5-minute lesson. Let's play some music. I had a song in my head. Someone said Nino Rota. Italian. Oh, that's Forest Flowers. Let's play Forest Flowers even though it's not Italian. In D minor. So I'll introduce it with this is called a doina, which is a slow introduction using a 1-4-5, usually seen in klezmer music, but we'll do it to Forest Flowers. So Forest Flowers I'll play in D minor. So this doina, sustained left hand and sprinkles over the right hand, will be in D minor, G minor, and A major probably. When I say I don't know where I am, I kicked it up one more key. So, and I was playing an F sharp minor, but it's not a familiar key. But thank you. That was Forest Flowers in D minor. Ford, you noticed it, the push up to the E minor using the B, right? And then the push up to the F sharp minor from the C sharp major. And it's such a cool exercise. Yeah, that's the word. Mezzacucchia. Por una cabeza. Oh, Ivo, let's play. Ivo, you're playing St. James Infirmary Blues, right? Let's play St. James Infirmary to a tango. Sorry, I know all these things. Sorry, I don't know all these things. The forums are so cool. Let me show you what's happening. Thank you, Jen, and thank you, Lynn. Super unnecessary and super thankful for that. Thank you. The forums, if you haven't been there yet, again, click on the Accordion Love forum. Oh, I wanted to show you something. So if you're on the forum, people are asking, hey, how do I get emails when people reply to my thread? So you go into thread, reading music, and down at the bottom, am I gonna find it? Maybe. Sorry, down inside, good. So inside a forum. So if you're interested in just songs and music, this is not accordion related, subscribe forum. You have subscribed to be notified of new posts in this forum, and now you'll get notified via email and over here. These are all my notifications of forums that I've subscribed to. I'm subscribed to everything except for this one I haven't subscribed to yet. But it's really, really... Anyways, that's a cool feature that I didn't know about. But yeah, I know about Evo, learning St. James Infirmary because of the forum. So it's so cool. We have so many people from so many places around the world. I'm really enjoying having more than just a one-sided conversation. Thank you, Ford. Good, let's play St. James Infirmary Blues. Let's choose C minor again. Usually I think the song is played in G minor. You know what? I'm not feeling the song. I like singing the song, right? Which is just... I went down to St. James Infirmary and I saw my baby there. She was stretched out on a long black table, so cold, so dark, so bare. Let her go, God bless her, wherever she may be. Gonna search the whole wide world over, she'll never find a man as sweet as me. Yeah, sorry about those two songs. They were both kind of iffy. I've been trying to transpose and it's not been landing super well. I don't know Morrison's jig, I'm sorry. yeah, sorry about playing around with the tempos. Yeah, I guess I wanted to show like, oh, you can play tangos as waltzes and as march. You could play tangos in different ways. Yes, Jack Burton, the challenge is 10 to 15 seconds of a C major to G major using half-tone slurs to create a melody. Yes, totally. Again, no right and wrong answers. If you're a beginner and still just going like this, choose a waltz or a non-waltz, and it could sound like this. Super cool. This is how songs are made, right? Notate it, listen to yourself, and when you feel comfortable, post it. Good. I'm happy to hear that people's accordions are, so much of it's clicking. Good. There is a Christmas unit coming up. There's a Christmas section on the site that's, to me, feels a bit thin. And so I've transcribed, I think, 7 or 8 songs and made lessons for them. And that's coming up after Remembrance Day, after November 11th. The Christmas unit will go live. Super stoked about that. I'm excited to play Christmas songs. Thank you, Mike McCarthy. I'll play a few more songs. I know this is the hour. I'll play some music. I'm just gonna move my screen to Accordion Love to get inspired with some songs. Looking at the French accordion songs. Let's look at some TV, movie, video games. Sorry, I'm just on Accordion Love. Yep, ba 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 ba. Oh, someone was asking about La La Land. Yeah, beautiful songs. I was gonna play some other songs, but that's just what's on my screen. Let me play the Babar theme song. Beautiful, pure imagination. Good songs. It does include Silent Night, guy. Yeah, that was Mia and Sebastian's theme from La La Land. Just looking for some other songs. French songs. Oh yeah, Daft Punk, Get Lucky. We can do that. Viva Dry is beautiful. Port of Amsterdam. Good songs. Thank you, Mia. I don't remember the song, guy. That was kind of City of Stars. Yeah, I saw that Sean Connery passed away. I don't know the James Bond theme song. I hear my kids kids downstairs, so I might have to pause in a minute. Sorry, Nikolai, that was me and Sebastian's song. The one before that, what did we do? That was really fast. That was Port of Amsterdam by Jacques Brel. You can find it in the French theme song, in the French section. And then we did City of Stars theme. The City of Stars, there's so much that I can't see. Beautiful. I don't know the James Bond theme song. I'm sorry, I can't even think of like Goldfinger or Diamonds Are Forever. Like those songs are in my head, but I don't know them well enough. Yeah. Anyways, I can hear my family downstairs. So as a Scotsman play a Scottish tune. So I wish I knew one. I hope that was Scottish. I can imagine it being done on the bagpipes and the little tin flute. Oh, I hope it's Scottish and not Irish. Good. Anyways, the intention was there. I was thinking of Sean Connery as I was playing it. Yeah, I'm always... Anyways, good. Anyways, I could hear my family downstairs. Thank you for showing up on Sunday. Thank you for taking an hour out of your day to be amongst such a nice community. If you have any questions, send me an email. Go on the forums. Have a look through the forums. Get to know some of these other people. You're all fantastic beings, right? We're all... Anyways, yeah, there's a lot to say. We're all wonderful people. I think we show ourselves as accordion players, and it's a little dot, and yet we're this giant thing, right? We're made up of lots of other stories, and I love reading all these stories on the forum. Thank you. I'll see you next week. Yeah, goodbye. Thank you.